welcome back to Unlost, Unearthed, episode 5. Second to last episode. Things are getting interesting. Last time, everybody finally got to Hollow, the city of the witches, where Abhilasha's character, Smita, went through a trance-like and broke the hold that her master has on her. Interesting. What's going to happen with that? Also, Sand, similarly, definitely on a smaller scale, but similarly, broke the... Hey! What, you're gonna argue that it's not on a smaller scale? On a smaller scale! But
felt like a very big deal to me.
Very big deal for you, but not lifelong, man. Not lifelong. No, I don't.
You're still technically indebted to them.
Yeah. You stopped being brainwashed and was able to be your personality again, though well, to an extent, because frankly you were exhausted and barely conscious. Ankita discovered that she is meant to be the witch from her dreams, question? Does she believe it? I mean, she does. Do we believe it? Who knows? Truly a 50-50. Angelique is nowhere to be seen. Folks, I think... Oh, let's not forget also, Smitha might have broken the hold that her previous master has on her, but she acquired a new one that owns her soul and maybe her heart part-time? Question mark? Or, I don't know, other parts? We got back on the road, and I think it's pretty safe to say that to skip being back on the road. Is anyone going to try to find Angelique in Hollow? Anybody volunteering?
We'll just scream her name as we're walking through.
Right. No.
Does she want to be found by our chaotic asses anymore?
I might have, but I'm too tired at this point. And Sand is like, fuck it.
And this is where she wanted to get to anyways, so we don't really owe her anything more.
Back on the road it is! You're back on the road. We skip to about, I don't know, a day into this trip. Back to wherever you're meant to go. Luckily, you have a magic compass that is pointing you exactly to that direction, and oh my god. Silly me. I forgot to introduce literally the players and myself.
I was waiting for you to get there. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to interrupt.
You guys, everybody, this is episode 5. Everybody knows who the fuck
You better know
I
us.
am.
You better know us by now. Otherwise, go watch the other episodes. We don't have time for your junk. I need to find.
Look, episode 5 can be somebody's episode 1.
You know what? That sucks for them. I'm more concerned about the fact that I need to consume something of the heart. Please tell me I find a plant on our way. If you're actually going to make us introduce ourselves, though, we should do that.
Hi. I'm sorry. My pronouns are she.
Sharik,
You've become very quiet.
Yeah.
Odd. Folks, hi.
Hi.
Yo.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
Take 2 or take 3 at this point. Hi folks, I'm Sharik. My pronouns are she, her. I'm your game master of this game called Unlost Unearthed, which is a game using the system Heart, the City Beneath, and I am still joined by my players, Alex.
Hey everybody, I'm Lex Wilson. My friends call me Alex, and so can you. I use he, him pronouns, as does the character I play, Sand from Seas. His friends call him Sand. And he is a heretic, an Alfir, who is forced to be here.
Hi, I'm Supriya, or Zoot Machine, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Ankita Ancharya, whose pronouns are also she, her. She is a junk mage with the Calling Heart song.
I'm Abhilasha Percival, pronouns he, she, they. I'm called by both. And I'm playing Smita, who is a Knoll dead walker who is also forced to be here, but hopefully has done something or will finally do something to end that officially.
Well, we shall see. Now, back on the road. It's about a day into our trip to whatever the city that you've been going to is. Luckily, you don't need to know where on Earth you're going to because you've got a magic little compass that just points to where you need to go. Smitha, it is the middle of the night. You're sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. It's also not night. You're underneath the ground. But it's sleep time. And you start to feel a bit of heat around your necklace. Now you know what this means.
I think for a second. I can just tell her to go fuck herself. I don't need to, but can't do that. Can't do that right now. Can't do that just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. Fine. She goes into her dreams, into the essentially psychic realm where she meets
Mm.
the Mahakal.
You see your master? Question mark. The Magal. She's sitting on her throne as she does, and you can see her projected into your mind in all her glory. Hi, dear. How are you doing? It's been so long. You haven't really reached out much, have you?
We had a few obstacles along the way, but I think we're making good time.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. So, what are you? What are you doing again? What did I tell you to do?
You told me to find a, a dark phase, a dark drowse book, magic book that you needed.
Right.
Uh,
Yes, I did. I said that, didn't I? That is something I said. But why are you're like in tier 2 right now, right? Didn't I? I said
yes,
something about tier 3, didn't I?
we're getting there.
Oh,
Uh, we're getting there. It's like I said, it's been a bit of a complicated journey when your fellow travelers don't have their own agenda on occasion.
ah. So you failed trying to be the leader, then, is what you're telling me.
I led them to tier 2 and I will lead them to tier 3. It's
Yes,
just
but if
that,
their endeavors are keeping you from doing your thing, then that's not very successful, my darling.
well, unless you would like to share your leadership tips of controlling people via deadly necklaces and keeping them in your little world.
Smith,
uh,
is that a little connotation that I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm simply stating facts, madam. That's how we met, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. We met in
I
quite
I do not
interesting
have.
circumstances, didn't we? I saved you, if I would recall, didn't I? Didn't I do that?
You definitely saved me. You
Yes.
definitely
And
did
you
that.
are now being so grateful and paying back, giving back to your master? Is there anything more you could possibly wish for?
Absolutely not, my
Good.
master.
Correct answer. Now, are you done with whatever you were doing yet? Tier 2, tier 3, whatever the fuck? Is it done?
It is done now. We are making our way to tier 3, like I said.
When did you say that? Why? Sorry, why did you decide to go to tier 3? I never said that.
My apologies. I might have misheard where the drow, this dark drow's book that it totally exists.
Yes, it does. And you just missed it. Clearly, or you would have found it by now. So just come back. I don't even know what you like. What have you not learned your lesson yet?
And the lesson was, I thought I was here on a true mission from you. At least that's what you told me.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Why
shouldn't
do you
I succeed on my mission? I owe you my life. I owe you, you saved me, so at least I should, fulfill this mission for you so that you can bolster your power in the face of your other
other
rivals.
rivals yes, 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 etc., etc. Fine, do whatever it is you're doing. And then be done, please. I'm getting bored of checking in of what just yes, wonderful. I appreciate you so much. You're great. You're one of my favorite slaves. Please, ta-ta. And she goes away.
I knew that bitch was lying. I knew she was lying. I knew she was lying.
Is that in your head? Is that allowed?
She comes up. She wakes up from the psychic dream and says it all.
Does anybody wake? Does
Mm,
anybody hear that? Does anybody wake up?
who's lying now? What is it with you and hot women? She's lying. She's doing this. Ugh.
I wake up at the sound of the word "hot woman." Uh, what, what are we talking about? He was half awake anyway.
Uh,
He's had trouble sleeping since
if
his
a
incident.
if a impossibly beautiful sculpture of a woman saves you from near death, tell her to kill you. Just tell her to end. Just tell her to not bother. It's just 10 times. It's just the hassle of it is not worth it. The necklace and the bullshit mission she sends you on is not worth it. Just
I thought you dealt with the necklace issue.
Well, it's not like she knows it now, does it?
I
And I
I don't
can't
know.
fucking
I
take
don't
it.
know how this works.
These sound
To
like great
be
problems to have, just so you
to
know,
be
from the
honest,
outside.
yeah.
Not when she sucks.
Listen,
Doubly.
we're trying to sleep.
Who told you to wake up?
Why'd you speak out loud?
You have a deeper REM cycle. I don't know. You're not supposed to listen in on me talking to myself. Please, thank you. That's rude. Apologies for being rude right now, but considering after that conversation with a woman I despise who does not care about me, trust me, the sexiness and the hotness wears off after the 80th time you're gaslit into going on a bullshit mission that nearly gets you killed.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
I'm sorry that
I'm so
I'm sorry.
sorry. Yeah, I'm
I'm sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry about that.
I'm just gonna. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna curl into a ball over here.
It's time to remind people. Didn't you guys get a fuck ton of new fallouts that we didn't disclose yet? To remind people, Alex, Sand, what on earth is going on with you? We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I am tired and furious, and you can't hear me.
Now we can.
I'm tired and furious. Those are two separate things, and the one common denominator between the two of them is that I get snappy at people. So I'm
Ew.
not really happy about being woken up. But yeah, I'm going to make bad decisions, which is no change from me playing the previous 4 episodes.
Right.
And I can't gain extra dice for skills, and I can't help anyone. I'm just no help to anyone when it comes to their roles. So, or in general, I'm just no help. So those are my two things that I'm dealing with. But as soon as I'm more awake, I will probably lead a service of praise and maybe get rid of one of them.
I get it.
I'm feeling very vulnerable. I'm very small, shaken, and scared.
Yes, now let's not forget that was a fallout that Smitha was meant to get. And
Yeah.
then she did a little Uno reverse card and or like more like
Yeah,
ping
I
ponged
know.
it.
She spends a lot of time talking about herself, blah, blah, blah. This happened to me, that happened to me. Oh my God, woe is my life. And then she just pushes her problems onto other people, and it's. But maybe I'm wrong because I'm vulnerable, small, shaken, and scared.
Oh my gosh, you both wake up complaining. I can't believe this. I'm
Yes,
the
it
one who's brainwashed.
Was.
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 Everybody goes back to sleep. Or doesn't. But eventually you're back on the road. Smitha! Can we
Uh,
get a Oh?
I think before we go anywhere, I think I do want to try and do this service of praise, trying to clear my head. Does anyone want to join me? You don't have to.
Yes, I'll
Yeah,
join you.
it works.
Cool.
So of course I'll join.
Cool.
Is it a
I
roll?
I think that he's pissed off enough that he does not do the extra thing that he needs to do to like let his prayers be intercepted by the church
Ah,
back home. So
interesting.
there might be consequences to that, might not be. Don't give the GM any ideas. Practically, mechanically, once per session, lead allies in a service of praise to the moon beneath. All PCs who took part can remove one minor blood or mind fallout, or downgrade one major blood or mind fallout to minor afterwards.
Everybody has sort of like a list of fallouts currently, don't they?
Yes.
I have an echo fallout in the I can hear wolves howling, but I think that was resolved last session, right?
Nope.
Okay.
You're still
I
out
have
there.
I have a dominant hand that's injured. And I have a mind fallout that I think that's the one that was pushed on to Ankita.
Wonderful. So what's everybody? It's mind and blood, right? That they can get rid of?
Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of my mind fallout.
Vulnerable?
Uh, okay,
Delete.
so my
Yes.
dominant hand injured is a blood fallout, I think it was.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get rid of that.
And sand?
I'm going to get rid of Furious, which is a blood fallout. I'm going to keep my tired because I will continue to make bad decisions regardless, so it doesn't really
That
matter.
means your skills are disabled?
My skills are disabled, but I can help other people with their roles.
Wonderful.
And I'm still snap at my friends. Jerk.
What does this do you want
We are
to? You
such a
don't have
happy family right now. We're so happy. We're such a happy little family.
We so are. Shut up.
we don't have to, but do you want to describe again how you do the ritual?
There's some dancing involved. There's some praising. There's a little candle. It's pretty cool. But yeah, my heart's really not in it.
I think, Smita, as the ritual is being done, and towards the end, once you sort of you guys have had this happen a couple of times now. You know how it goes, and once you get close to the end, you look down at your arm and you feel not a sense of pain in your arm necessarily dissipate as something, a fog in your mind lift, and you just realize your arm was never broken. When you came out of that trance where you broke your arm, you were so deeply affected by it that you've been under the effect of it this whole time. You thought your arm was broken. You simply thought, and hence it affected you as if it was.
You've been complaining for so long. It's not even broken.
What
I
you had, in fact, was a mind fallout that made you think so.
oh, I my arm broke in the dream the witch put me in. and it was hurting like hell. And I came out and it was still hurting like hell. So, look, I mean, okay, the necklace's control over me broke in that dream, okay? And that had consequences in the physical world. And then my arm was injured and it felt injured. And now it turns out it wasn't injured. I hate this place. I hate this place, and it makes no sense to me half the time. Nothing makes sense to me. I hate this. I hate this. You know what?
You know what,
No
Smitha?
offense.
You're gonna
No
be
offense, Ankita.
okay. You're gonna be okay. I feel so much better, Sand. That is, it's so weird. I was feeling so small and like, do you think the moon beneath and the heart are the same thing?
Possibly, but who gives a shit?
Because, like, why would it have worked so nicely if they weren't? That's so cool. I'm excited for this travel.
You know, if if the if you think that both of those are connected and you're really into the heart, then why did you break the hold that the moon beneath has over me?
Well, but it wasn't the moon beneath. It seemed like it was your people who were controlling you, and I felt like you just like you weren't you anymore. You weren't the one making your decisions. You weren't.
Yeah, and it was really nice to not have to make decisions for a little
Did you
while.
really like it? Just based on the sand that I had met before, it seemed like you wouldn't want to be controlled like that. You seem like your own person. Even if that own person was like naive and untested in the ways of the world.
That's the nicest way you put that since we've started adventuring together. Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, well, well, don't you feel like you are as focused on the heart as I was on the moon beneath in some ways?
I never really considered that. I mean, I'll think about it, but the thing is that you were controlled all the time.
When did you start wanting to reach the heart? Like, when did this start with you?
She's eating some of the dirt that's like um just like absent-mindedly, like as she's like trying to think about this, it's just like a little bit, it's just like nibble nibble. And then as she looks up, I sometime in university, I felt it occurred to me that I could talk to the moon beneath, or to the, I could talk to the heart and use the heart, use it to power my magic. If I could only figure out how to speak to it. And one day I did. And it told me to come meet it. And I thought, okay, I'll finish school first, and then I'll have become very have good control over my magic and whatnot. But they kicked me out because I kept buying stuff on the black market, heart stuff, so that I could get more of it. And I decided, what am I doing up here in the spire just with pieces of the heart when I could be with the heart?
So what you have is more of an urge or a strong desire to get there versus what they did to me, which was kind of replace what I want with nothing but.
I mean, I've
You
never considered
you want the heart
if
for your own self, for your magic to be stronger, or
no, no, not anymore. That's how it started.
What is it now?
Now I just want to become part of the heart to help the heart flourish and grow.
What happens to
but
you when that happens?
I don't know, but the the witch, the the first witch, not the second witch, she said that the witch that I've been seeing in my dreams is the witch I become. So maybe I don't become a part of the heart. Maybe all of this has just been calling me to become a witch. But that's down the road, right? Like if I actually go chasing it, it might not happen.
Maybe, but maybe keep in mind that the witch might not be you, but it could be an intermediary between the heart and you, in the same way that those pieces of shit who brainwash me are kind of the intermediary between me and the moon goddess. But what the
Given
fuck
me
do
a
I know?
lot to think about. That was very insightful, Sand, even if you are a little grumpy.
Cool. Thanks for
hon-
saying that. I'm really tired now from having that thought.
honestly, Smita kind of claps Sand on the back. You know what?
Jeez.
I'll I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Sand. It's going to suck for a bit, but it's better to know yourself than be this like drugged out, weird state of mind while you're burning. Because that's what all these cults, all these little gatherings that worship esoteric gods or just gods they've made up or something, they it always ends in fire, or it ends in floods, or it ends badly. And it's best to be yourself, a little unhappy, but you can find happiness in other things, and then be blissfully unaware of when disaster will finally strike, which will happen. It always does. It happened to my old land. It happened to the people who blindly followed that our overlord into battle, and it will happen to your cult or the followers of your gods, because the gods don't, if the gods exist, they don't really care.
See, that was what was wrong. I I really like that about you, Sand, that like you didn't feel committed. You didn't believe blindly in one thing and then all of a sudden you believed blindly like in a way that you like lost your personality completely. And I kind of took comfort in how you just didn't really believe.
I agree with her on that one. Actually, that is honestly one of your better qualities. The fact that you were still skeptical, because most kids I know who come on this, who, or at least stories I've heard of people in who worship the moon beneath, they're a lot more, they're a lot more messed up, and a lot more you when you were brainwashed, and that tends to be very irritating when you want to have a serious conversation. this you here, I can have an actual conversation with you.
This is a lot. So thank you for the advice. I'd also be happy to hear about how you keep handling hot ladies, but otherwise, I think I need to give my brain a rest, and we can.
Yeah, come on. Listen, Smitha will stand on one side of you. I actually really like you being in between me and Smitha because that way it's harder for her to inflict her own problems onto me. Um, and I'll
If I
stand on the other side of
apologize,
you. I'll
if
stand
I
on the other side of
apologize
you
for
and we
that,
can.
if I apologize for that, would it make a difference?
I think
Yes, but I'm still
changing
gonna
would make a
keep.
difference more
I'm
than
still gonna keep you on the
apologies.
other
But
side of sand, and we'll just let's support him as we travel down to this place that maybe we've all been heading to this whole time and not known.
Done.
Fair enough. Actually, I do want to, like, flank the kid just so that, no one keeps trying to get at him and his former, and those pieces of shit, as you say, of your former cult don't try and get to you, and it would be best. You do seem
Every
you're less
time you
squishy.
say every time you say piece of shit, I literally just imagine it's bad, y'all.
the hunger.
No.
Oh, I
Oh, no,
thought you were
no,
referring to
no.
your
See,
dirt
I'm like into
obsession.
I'm
I
into dirt. No, I'm like
Okay.
imagining like columns of weird shit. Ugh. I hope this doesn't become that bad.
um
Please
I
stop me if it does.
Oh, sorry. As somebody raised in the church, we're used to metaphors. Maybe a little bit
um
more than you are.
I I will say that intrusive thoughts are they can be difficult to handle. If they get coprophiliac, I would suggest looking for mud of other color than brown, maybe to take your mind off it, or like saying, or like, I don't know, try and make something, do something to get your mind off of it. Like, you have like a lot of that metal junk thing, right? You can like,
Oh no, I gave those to the doctor.
oh god damn it.
Smitha,
You
you've
know
Th-
lived
what,
a
we can
full
find.
life.
Yeah, yeah, it's
One could
yeah.
say 2 lives. The pre and the post.
mm, Well,
Honestly,
before
I
I died,
actually
I was a revolutionary fighting against an oppressive mecha overlord, and then when I came back, I was the lackey of an oppressive mecha overlord. Uh, Frankly, I would not call that much of a life. It's mostly been fighting a lot, but my girlfriend used to teach me like the mental things, like, when I was, as to quote her, up in my own shit, just kind of, how to work. Didn't work. I don't think she anticipated what would happen after I died and all that bullshit, but you make do with what you have.
all right, let's
I was
start
very good at
walking.
drinking games with my friends. That's about it.
If we get to a bar, we can, you know what, I wouldn't mind, getting a drink with you guys.
Okay. Chap, I tap the compass. Do you want to take us to a bar
Oh my.
No, no. I
or
think
to the
Not
doctor?
let's
I,
let's get to where we need to go, and if there's a bar, there should be a bar. These are town, we were in a town before this. There should be a town at some point where we're going, and we can stop and get a drink rather than, try and mess with the magic and try and we don't know, if we ask something and this is magical, it might screw us up. Let's just
okay. Okay. Disregard that.
Um. Smita, could I please get a delve cursed roll?
Okay.
You can get help if you like.
I don't have cursed and I don't have delve.
It's okay. I have delve and curse.
And you have the compass.
And I have the compass, so that's another
That is
D10.
not another D10. The D10 is for the stress dice.
Okay, so
It's
just
separate. Just forget it's a D10. Imagine it's a D8, and then you won't confuse it.
okay. So the compass is the D8.
So right now, just roll 3d10.
Just, yeah.
Thank you, thank
Do you
you.
have delve and cursed?
Yeah, I do.
Roll 3d10.
Uh, hmm. That would be a 9.
Wonderful. That's a success without stress. Now, please roll me the D10, which is the stress die, off your compass.
Also another 9.
Fucking A, okay.
Early rolls, early rolls. We are starting early rolls, and then it gets worse. Always, it gets worse.
um, for some time after you leave just when you leave Hollow, the areas around you stay this sort of tunnel made of dirt that feels at times more like meat than dirt around you. Everything around you squishy, moist, gross. You walk through those areas for so long until you get to any amount of rock or concrete or something like that. It is disgusting. There's creatures everywhere around you. It feels like there's something dripping on you at all points.
What kind of creatures?
What kind do you want?
I don't know. Any interesting plants?
Absolutely, but I would like a discern wild if you would like to find any interesting plants.
Okay. That is a 7.
7 is a success with stress. We'll figure out the exact stress in a second, though I imagine it might be something akin to blood or supplies. You look around, I think, for a while, and underneath your foot at some point, you're gonna put your foot down, and you're gonna feel something a bit more solid, I suppose. And if you looked down, you would see not out. Now, its head isn't out of the dirt, but if you dug down a little bit, you would bring out a sort of. It seems to look like a strange flower-like plant that had wrapped itself around itself in the dirt in a sort of ball. But then the second it's out of the dirt, it sort of untangles itself. But then if you hold it close to your face, do you?
Well,
You don't
yeah,
have to.
I look at it. I check it out. I sniff it.
Mm-hmm. I think once you sniff it, its head, I think there will be a bit of an opening, and then a bit of gas will come out right in your face. A sort of purple gas, and it just it's like making you cough. And could you please take D4 echo stress, or I will give it to you. And by the way, this is unrelated to your roll. Sorry. Please take 4 echo stress.
Okay. So I take 3 echo stress.
Aha. And how much echo stress do you have at the moment right now overall?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's a major echo fallout.
Cool.
I'm just gonna write that down. We'll come back to that later. But you are, congratulations, you have found a poisonous plant, and I'd say this is probably about a D6 resource. It does have some tags that would make it not everybody would buy this. I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you what the exact tags are later, but I suspect you might end up eating it.
Right now, I'm gonna plant it in my jar of dirt.
Oh, I forgot. Handy little thing. Okay. Now, is there anything else anybody does? If not, back to the top. Smitha, can I get one more roll, please?
That's a 10.
Well, would you look at that? That means that your D10 from rolling the compass becomes a D12. Could you please do that for me?
Okay. 1 second. I need to look over D12.
Oh no, do not have a D12 out. Technical
No.
problems, folks. Do 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 do. Isn't the
This is a
dirt so
D12.
tasty?
Mm-hmm.
The plant. Uh-oh.
That's a 3.
Whatever. That was enough anyway. So. For a long time you walk through these disgusting areas, and the road leads very much downward slope. It's a downward slope. I think because Smitha, you had befriended this witch, friendly little witch, and along with a map and the other map that is a more, closer, more up close area of the place you're going to, and the compass, and the advice from the witch, you essentially just hit the jackpot of jackpots when it comes to uh oh, what's the word for when you like find a closer, like a line to from one direction to another than
Shortcut?
yes, you find the absolute perfect shortcut. Now you aren't you it still takes you a while to get there, but it feels like you stepped from tier 1 to tier 3. Feels like you weren't even on tier 2 for a second until everything started feeling so much worse around you. You do end up finally stepping foot on stone, on rock, on solid ground for once, and it feels glorious. Unless it doesn't, it's up to you. I mean, Ankita might be missing the dirt, but who knows? The more you walk, the more the lands around you expand. So it just the tunnel seems to expand more and more and more until you are just eventually out of it and in a wide area. Once again, it feels quite desolate-y, quite empty, but not even very far away. You can see these huge buildings and houses and a mansion, and you know exactly where you need to go. I mean, there's nothing in the horizon except for this place, and your compass is pointing straight to it. So you go there. You walk towards it. You practically run towards it, really, considering how long you've been fucking waiting for this shit. The closer you get, the more you see that there are sort of gates up front. And eventually you approach and you see just the word Trinad written at the front. Once again, in front of you, there's a shit ton of just built houses and buildings. This is not the kind of place you see in the heart. It's not the kind of place where you will see something akin to just a city from the spire, from the city above. This looks as normal as they come. Every house is identical. Do you enter?
What was
So
the
it's
word
called
again?
Finite.
Trinad. Like, Trinad. If you read the word and didn't know how to pronounce it.
Trinad.
Trinad. Do you
Okay.
enter?
Uh,
Sure.
I I look at Ankita and sand
Where does the compass say?
Straight
right
ahead,
here.
baby.
Sure.
Let's go.
I'll go first.
It's basically the compass is basically the second you step foot, it is going.
Whoa. Oh, okay. That's it. That's a that's a bad sign. Good sign.
Uh, well, I open my smaller map. Does it now look like on the smaller map? Can I see the city that we're in?
Logically, through the compass, you can guess this is where you need to be because if the compass does that, then it means you're here. You're
Yep.
on it. But you're looking at the map that you had copied from the library of this place, and it looks nothing like it. There's houses where there aren't any on the maps. So many of them. The map has houses on it, but they're more spread out. There isn't that many of them. But you're looking in front of you, and it's like Dubai in the span of 25 years.
I would like to roll Discern plus Occult to cast the Greed of the Red King, so that I can smell money or anything of particular value.
Well, that's your extra ability of the ability, isn't it? That's not something you need to roll for, isn't it? Because Greed
Oh,
of the Red King, you roll to see if what the person in front of you wants the most, is it not?
oh, okay, so I can always smell money or anything of particular value.
Yes. Oh,
Where's
right.
my nose leading me?
You don't quite smell anything exactly at the moment. I mean, things are around you. There's, metal. Is metal valuable to you? Um, I mean, the sign in front of you is made of metal, but there's just anything around you would be a bit too far away, and uh, Smita has valuable things on her. Sand does too, so nothing that would be close enough to drown those out.
Okay.
I don't know that I have anything valuable. Zoop, does Ankita still have my staff?
No, I
I
think you
gave it
got it.
back to you.
Okay, cool. All
The
right, so
most valuable thing I have on me is the thing I would happily give her if it wouldn't kill me.
But you have it, so it smells.
Um, I just let's start walking through.
yeah, I'll go first. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I die.
Right.
We're walking together. You're in the middle.
Yeah.
You're not
I'm
going.
not leaving you. We're not leaving you behind. We're not going to send you out like Slaughterman.
I,
Even I have like more decency than that. Come on.
Folks, this is not, I don't need a walking order. This is not like you're simply taking a
No,
step
I know.
from one side of a gate to the other.
He's trying to go forward, and
Ah,
we're walking together.
how
Just
courageous.
be normal.
shut up. That
Make
was
me.
that was in character. That wasn't.
I know. Make me. Last
Uh,
time you tried, by the way, it went really poorly.
how good is my memory of the times that when I was brainwashed? Is it?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I let you win.
Oh, okay. Cool. Step, 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 step. What happens when we step in?
Nothing. You are now inside the gate. You have taken 3 steps forward. Wonderful. The compass is still going crazy.
I start looking for any of the signs from my dream.
What did you see in your dreams?
Spiders. She sees within, and the whatever the symbol, whatever we decided the symbol is.
Wonderful. I think. Well, you've got the map in front of you of the more specific map of the town you're in. Are you actually using it a lot?
Yeah. I mean, you said that it's not matching, but I'm attempting to find.
Okay, could you roll me, if you would really like to do this, could you roll me Discern Haven?
That is a 10.
Yeah, that's a critical success. Well, in this case, mechanically, that's not much. It's just what I'm going to give you. But I think perhaps if you take out a pen and as you walk around, you start adding the new buildings and these new statues that you're seeing again as well, sort of like very similar looking statues. To be clear, the statues look way older than the buildings themselves. The older buildings look very new, but you start adding new markings to the map, to update the map. And the more you do so, you start sort of seeing a pattern start to emerge. And it really feels. I mean, maybe this is your mind playing tricks because it is just a bunch of. If you can take a bunch of dots and connect them in any way you like, but your mind has connected them in the way that of the symbol that you kept seeing in your dreams.
Cool. I will go to the end of the symbol.
Wonderful. Well, as you walk through the city, is everybody else following?
Yeah, we'll stick together.
As you walk through the city, you do every once in a while see, well, not every once in a while, you see once, period, see a group of a bunch of people. You see people here and there all the time. This is a populated town. Um, this is not what tier 3 is like in your experience whatsoever, but you are
I
at
mean,
some
we'll
point.
stop and talk to the first people we see.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you do encounter a group of construction workers, what seems to be like, working on one of these buildings. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, ma'am? Um,
What is this place?
oh, welcome to Unlost. Can I help you?
Yeah, if people have come here, where do you suggest they? Is there like a welcome center? This seems like a place with a welcome center, even though we're in tier, we're in tier 3, right?
Uh, yes, I believe I do. I believe I know very well that we're in tier 3. People won't stop fucking dying over here, so. But you
Oh,
gotta do what you gotta do, and this is what we gotta do because get
so
paid to do it.
do you feel compelled to build?
Compelled, I get paid. Does that
Oh,
count
okay.
as
I think
compelled?
that's different. We found a place where they were just compelled to build this maze. It was, you know, heart stuff.
Well,
Um,
ma'am, this is no maze, though the houses sure do look alike.
are there is there like a doctor around here or something?
Whoo! Did you hear that? Is there a doctor here around? And then he just sort of like points his hand, or not hand, he has like a little tool or something in his hand, and he points it and like, how about you point your pretty little head in that direction and that's where you'll find your fancy doctor. Yeah, we got a guy. And you turn your head and it's a mansion. I mean, it's not like you just noticed it. There was a mansion, you had seen it, sort of at the one side of town. Yeah, you point your head and it's just gigantic. And when I say gigantic, it's like 20 of these houses at least, just if combined the size of those. And yeah, he says, well, I got a doctor, a good one at that. Definitely a great one. Runs the
Wow,
town practically.
being a doctor really pays around here.
Well, here it does. Here it does.
Thank
And
you.
then and then I think when he says like Sure, we got a great one. Whatever, whatever. I think like one of there was like a kid around that was like in the back. If you look around the back, there's a bunch of people doing the construction, but then there's like this kid dressed in like dirty, dusty, old ass clothes that seemed to be like just sort of sitting around, like taking people's tools when they're not noticing. And when he says that, the kid just goes like, "Yeah, my ass. She helps people. I haven't seen anybody. I mean, well, maybe Mr. Venton, but other than that, she hasn't helped anybody."
Hey kid, come here.
Why?
Just come here.
I don't fucking talk to strangers.
I got something that'll help you steal things.
Ah, all right, I got nothing better to do. Hey, listen, and he like walks over.
Here, and I hand him the stick with the spider webs on it. It's a sticky stick. You can
Yeah,
use it to
use
steal
it
things.
to. I can. Ma'am, this is a stick with a bunch of spider webs on it. I'm like
Yeah, it's a
10.
sticky stick.
I'm
You
not
can
that. Okay.
you can use it to like, if something's far away, you can use it to grab it.
Are you trying to compel him?
No, I'm just giving him a gift.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, I really don't think I'm gonna be able to stick anything to it. It's just kind of a bunch of webs, but it's still kind of a cool thing. Thanks, ma'am.
Cool.
Maybe you're not a bunch of fuckheads after all. Not like everybody else who comes around here.
Is there anything else that we should know?
What, you asking me? I'm 10.
Yeah, and
What do you need
10-year-olds
to
are the
know?
smartest.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't. What do you want to know?
What more do you know about this doctor?
Ah, well, it's I mean, Miss Sweet. It's Doctor. Well, her name's Bitter. Bitter. Dad, what was her name again? And the dad like turns over like, whose name? The doctor. You forgot the doctor's name? The doctor pays for everything around here. You can't forget the doctor's name. And then the dad says like, bitter tastes so sweet. And then the kid says like, oh yeah, bitter tastes so sweet. Dr. Bitter tastes so sweet. I mean, maybe everybody kind of says either bitter or Dr. Sweet, depending on how confident and ballsy you're feeling.
Which one is the ballsier option?
Uh, bitter.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I feel like that. Didn't we used to call it bitter all the time? Well, that was before, son. Anyway,
Before what?
I don't know. It's like a while ago. I
So
don't
they're
know.
Alfir?
Yeah. Like the tall spire guy. Ooh.
I look at the dad. You used to call him bitter before what?
All right, hold on, guys. I think this is a longer conversation. And the dad comes over, and this is the guy from earlier. He comes over and he's like, sorry, what's your question again?
You used to call the doctor bitter before.
Yeah, well, with age, sometimes people prefer being called some different, In the past, she
So
was a
it's
bit
not like
more.
something weird happened that changed things.
Oh, not necessarily. Listen, what is there? Something I can help you with?
Just trying to understand where we ended up.
I think. Can you roll compel? Compel. Ooh. It's like you can honestly can be either Haven or occult.
I have both of them. That is
I
a
have.
10.
Oh, okay, no. I was about to say I can help because I've compelled, but no problem. Hey, you didn't need it.
Ha! Wonderful. Um. Yes.
We can't hear you.
Yeah. He's great. We're great. Back in.
Yep.
Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
The man looks at you. And the kid's like just like looking at the stick, with the web, just like standing right there. But the dad like looks at you for a second and is like, "Okay, listen, kid. You look like normal kids. So did you? Sometimes people come around looking for help, specific against like curses or whatever. Is that what you're here to do? Because I mean, you can go to the doctor, but she's been a bit strange last couple years, or last 2 years maybe, or something. I don't remember at this point. She's fine. I mean, she used to be way more down to earth. Okay, but she didn't use. I mean, look at that mansion. Like, why don't spent so long
So like
building that thing, and
so like 2 pulses ago?
um, God, how long has it been? I don't know. I was like, baby. You weren't baby. You just had a bad memory. I don't know. And the dad looks back at you and is like, yeah, 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know. I don't remember, lady.
Last 2 to
It
4
wasn't.
pulses.
It's not even it wasn't a immediate switch. It's just she used to live in a little shack, and then one day at some point, she was like, hey, I might want to live in a mansion instead, and just kind of strange. And then it's like, oh, call me Dr. Sweet sometimes, and it's just strange.
Did the type of medicine she practiced change at all?
We don't really get to see her practicing the medicine. I mean, well, frankly, a lot of people here, maybe not Buckhead over here, but he points at his kid. A lot of people over here do owe her our lives, or at least our family members' lives. I mean, she's been helping us for so many years. She just one day sort of showed up. I mean, I wasn't even that old. I wasn't even that young when she showed up. So I remember it pretty clearly. It just started helping people with not a lot of pay, very little pay, but she's just living in a little shack, not really doing much, but never really let anybody see anything they do. So she just sort of keeps to herself. I mean, nowadays she doesn't talk to anybody. She never leaves the mansion.
I don't know if she's supposed to help us or we're supposed to help her. We're gonna go find out.
You want to go to the mansion?
Yes?
Well, good luck. I mean, no, there's like one guy in this whole town that's seen her, or gets to see her for a while, and he doesn't even talk to anybody at this point. But so, good luck. But I wouldn't really recommend any of that thing. I feel like you'd get better help trying to help. I feel like you'd better get luck trying to get help from elsewhere at this point. I'll be
Who's the
honest.
person she still sees?
His name's Venton. He's the guy that made, you see that statue? He used to make a bunch of these around. I mean, if you walk around, you'll probably see a bunch of these statues. Yeah, it's that guy.
All right, thank you.
The statue maker.
He just like a human guy. If you go, and then he sort of gives you vague directions. If you show the map, he might even actually be able to point it out on the map.
I'll show him the map.
I think you probably have it like holding it out in front of you. Yeah, like he points it on the map. It's not that far away. This isn't that big of a town, even though there's like huge buildings and shit here. But yeah.
All right, we'll head to Venton then.
Is anybody else doing anything?
I mean, sorry, I forgot that Smitha feels the need to lead.
Not really.
No? Okay.
Do we want to try the mansion first, or do we want to visit this Venton first?
Uh, let's do the mansion first.
Oh, sure. Well, it's not that long of a walk to the mansion. I think again it's pretty close. Um, once you get to the gates, again, it's like a huge front yard, a huge mansion, huge gates. But they're not locked at all. I don't think anybody needs to or wants to break in or come in here. But yeah, you can just sort of walk in, and once you do, the front door, well, what do? You get to the front door.
Do I
These huge door.
smell money or anything of particular value?
Your senses are being a bit overwhelmed. So yes.
There's so much value here. Okay. I'm holding my plant.
Mhm. Well, what are you
Knock
gonna
on
do?
the door.
Oh, right. It's a long time that you wait and not really hearing anything or getting any answers.
Knock, 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 knock.
Knock, knock, knock,
I
knock
try the
on
door.
heaven's door.
You try the door and it is not unlocked. It is completely open.
Oh, it is not locked. Okay. I
Yeah.
just open the door and walk in.
Right. You walk in and quite surprisingly, considering the size of this mansion looking from the outside, the first rooms, the first like two rooms you see are quite small. There aren't a lot of stuff here. You walk in and it's a sort of just sort of a living room-esque situation. Not that homely looking, but it's places to sit, whatever. And then nearby there's another one, not no door separating, but sort of from the corner of your eyes you can see like what you can guess is a sort of operating room with a metal bed and tools on the walls and tools on the bed and tools on the ground, and there's blood and bits and gore everywhere, and a lot of them look really, really old.
The gore or the
Bits,
bits?
body parts,
Okay.
internal, typically internal.
And the doctor,
Hello.
Oh yeah, go on.
and the doctor we're looking for is somebody who's special, is more like a metaphorical doctor who specializes in the heart itself.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what the idea you've gotten so far.
Okay. Yeah. Doctor Sweet.
Bitter.
And then I think you hear scrambling, some stuff falling over each other, uh, from far away, one of the other rooms. Um, there are doors, or there's like two doors leading out from these rooms, but both of them are really small and closed. You can try them if you want, but basically, so after some scrambling sounds, after I don't know, like 20 seconds, eventually, somebody does step out from one of those doors in a very hurried manner. Opens the door, comes out, closes it behind her, and like, guests, hello. I hit my arm. Um, well, good to see you. And it is a tall, every elf here is tall, but it's an elf here, just like Santa's. Female, and sort of just wearing covered in a lot of dried blood, and wearing a white coat, and some sort of mechanism on their head. It seems like one of those old-timey little like mirror circles that doctors have, but definitely very different looking from that. It seems like there's something more going on with it. Hello. Ah.
And when we're playing in the heart, I sometimes wonder what is mundane for this world and what is not. So this is all unusual, right? This isn't my impression of a doctor. This is bad hygiene for doctors that I might picture if I'm thinking of Plato's ideal of a doctor. If Sand is thinking of a Plato's ideal of a doctor,
I
correct?
think so far in tier 3 and in Trinidad, the city you're in right now, when it comes to heart, doctors in the heart or people in the heart, this is about the normalist you've gotten. But when it comes to doctors of your standard idea, yeah, this is very strange. I mean, there's fucking shit everywhere, and this is a crazy person.
Cool.
Dr. Greystone and Darwin both send their regards.
Greystone, 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 Greystone. I don't really. Greystone never quite mentioned being friends with this person, just being aware of them.
Mhm.
Is that somebody I know?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Well,
Do you know
welcome.
Darwin, the librarian?
Do we have a library in Jeanette?
I don't know. Someone told us to come meet you.
Yes, I mean, that happens. People visit the Jeanette looking for help from me. Is that you? Do you need help from me? You look fine to me, but hey, please step in. I can help you, absolutely. If you'd like to,
Um,
it's right, just lie down and we can figure out if there's anything wrong. I mean, I can sense a bit, but you know.
can
We
I
might.
roll discern plus occult to determine what this person wants most of all right now?
Yes, and also, can everyone tell me if you have an echo fallout
I'll
at
help
all?
with discern.
I
Yes.
have. I
I
have.
have a major echo fallout.
What was it?
I want to help with your rolls. Suk, did you hear that?
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. That is an 8.
Okay. Real quick. So you said you have a major echo. What was it again?
You haven't told me yet.
Ah, that one. Yes. Smita, you said you have one too? What was it?
I can hear wolves howling.
Wonderful. And Sand, do you have one?
Nope. I have some echo stress, but not a fallout yet.
Wonderful. Um, yes. So I think as you're trying to sort of ascertain what this person wants the most in the world, and as she's saying like, "Oh, I could certainly help you. You look fine, though I do. It does seem like," and she points to Ankita and Smita and says, "You guys, I'm sure I could help you too. I'm sure there's something I could do there." And you roll an 8, which is a success without stress, and you can sense that she really, really wants to get her hands on your brain or heart or liver, wherever the echo is stored. She wants to get her hands on your organs, to put it simply.
But specifically echo.
Well, organs are organs.
Organs are organs.
Yes, so I could, please, if you would like to come in, I'm sure I could help you. Do you need to take your coats off or clothes and, or hair, perhaps? We don't need that.
You
I
you
I
want
look at I look at Ankita like, what do we do?
I are you want our hair?
I'm sorry, what?
You want our hair?
No, 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 I'm saying we don't need your hair. It's going to get in the way, frankly.
I can vouch for that.
Shave, shave. Snip, snip.
Um d what will it cost?
Oh, no, dear, I don't I don't charge unless of course I succeed, which is usually what happens. So I do charge actually. Yes, I do. So, but we can figure that out at the end. Once if when we get to that.
What would you say your specialty is as a doctor?
Oh, the heart is a magnificent creature or person or thing or nothing at all. It's fascinating and also I think no, nothing. It's fascinating and so puzzling. It try to figure it out and oh, it's like nothing there is. Of course, not everybody's able to do it, but I can. I have, and I am, and I will. So
You
please
are
just step in if you would
you
like.
are of the heart.
No, no, no. I'm simply a fan, if you would like to call it. Though it's not really a fan, more just a curious being. I'm not from the heart. From the
I
spire.
look at by in this entire time I'm looking at Sand and just pointing at Ankita and the doctor, and then going like,
Are you trying to hook us up? What was I don't
no, no,
know
no.
if
This is oh God, they're both the same. We
Hmm.
have two of them.
Now
So
I can see in your eyes you know what I'm talking about.
okay, so
Do you not?
yeah, yeah, I do. Okay, forget the surgery. I just want to learn about the heart.
Oh. Well,
and
that's fine too.
and do I have this correct that you have some special ability to heal the heart?
Yes, yes, I'm better at it than anybody you could ever possibly meet.
What does that entail? Like what does that mean? What does a healed heart look like?
Oh, but it's so different from person to person. Well, I'm
Oh
sure you
no,
can ask people around
I,
town, you
I'm
know.
asking about healing the
The
heart.
heart.
Oh dear, I don't claim to be so strong as to heal the heart itself. I simply heal people who have been infected by it. But I do
And
it
is
better than
Oh.
anybody.
and is that the rumor that I heard, or is it the rumor that I'm supposed to investigate from my?
Are you
I'm
asking
this
me?
is yeah. I'm asking GM.
Right.
Alex is asking GM. Is that the rumor that we heard that I've been asked to come and sort of investigate? Is
Yes.
that compatible with that, or is there something more
No,
deeper that?
100%. This is you've been
Okay.
told that there's somebody who tries to defy the heart to an extent that a lot of other like there are the concept of a doctor that helps you get rid of echo fallouts, to put it mechanically, of course,
Uh-huh.
isn't new, but definitely there's been rumors of this one trying to get rid of certain to an extent, you know, curses and diseases or whatever that nobody would have been able to get rid of, and to an extent, and because especially with the people of the moon beneath, you know, a lot of those are considered gifts often.
Hmm. Okay. So okay, got it. So this is confirmation of what I've been hearing.
Yes,
Okay.
you have been sent here to see that actually she can't do shit, and the moon beneath is strong, and you need to realize that that's been your mission. So the
Okay.
doctor stands in front of you and says, oh, you just want to learn about the heart, right?
Possibly help.
Help with what?
Uh, whatever you're doing. It sounds like you're doing something my masters don't love, which sounds like it might be something I might love.
Oh no, this doesn't seem like it's my business, but um I can I'm sure I can tell you more about the heart. Could you though come back another day? very busy with things.
What are you busy with?
I'm a doctor. I help heal people come to me and I help them.
And
Well, a
you,
second ago, you weren't that busy.
How do you know that? I wasn't even
'cause,
here. You couldn't see me a second ago.
you were calling me into your chamber.
Oh, yes, but priorities can change.
What changed?
New patient. I can helping somebody is a priority over chatting with them.
Mm.
So,
So you remove
remove what, sweetheart?
the heart from people.
The metaphorical heart.
Yes.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
But why would you do that?
Well, I study it. And then in the
Everyone should
process,
become part of the heart.
oh dear, that's complicated. I mean, maybe if you feel like that way, maybe, sure. But people come to me because I tell them that I will cure them, and that way I can get to study it all. I don't need to make them a part of the heart. The heart is just the heart. It doesn't need my assistance in adding people to it.
No, but you're taking away from the heart.
Well, that's my only way to study it, though. To help people get rid of it. Other people want to get rid of it. I am fairly neutral about whether people should get more or less of the heart. I just find the heart itself astonishing. Now, I do have quite limited time. I do need to get back. And they're very getting fidgety and anxious more.
What am I feeling that they want most of all now?
Wait, that's another roll.
Okay.
Can't you? Wait, isn't this a once per situation
No.
ability?
No, I can cast the spell as many times as I want.
Fair enough. Go
Can I
on.
help discern?
That's a 10.
I'm going to take credit for helping, but even if you didn't
Yeah.
add a die.
Okay.
There's something behind those doors that she needs to get back to.
Let me shadow you for the day.
Oh, I can't do that, dear. It's very confidential, and people come to me and they like privacy.
You can trust us. I'm an Elfir.
Ah, yes. Maybe.
Also from the Spire.
Oh! Yes. Maybe. Mm-hmm. Saying you're
Please.
an Elfir from the Spire is sort of like saying
I'm
I'm
John Smith from Denver.
like a little bit like saying, I don't know, what's a very I'm from Massachusetts too. Yeah, I'm from Boston. So yeah, a lot of people are from Boston if they're from Massachusetts. Like, okay.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, I get very excited every time someone says they're from Boston. But anyways,
Also, to be in fair, Sand is very entitled still. This is,
Right.
you're the
It's
one who
like,
wanted him to be his normal self again. This is
yeah.
yeah.
And, what's behind that door?
Dear, you're asking a lot of questions here. We don't know each other, do we? This is a lot of personal. You're in my house. Is that
What can we do for you?
I walk towards the door.
I'd really rather you stop there, please.
I just need to use the bathroom, and I
There's
open the
no
door.
bathroom in there. You can't. It's locked.
Ah,
Could you
I
please leave?
It just don't mind him. He's had like a really hard time. What can we do for you?
You could come back at a later time, and that would be lovely. It would.
Okay. All right. We will see you soon.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
fine.
Well, wonderful. Um, please enjoy the town. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's many beautiful things to look at and go to and
Yes,
Go
we
off.
will go
Off you
meet
go.
with Venton.
Benton? Would you, some of you made friends already. Have you met Fenton?
We're really busy. We should talk later.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to
Bye.
it. Bye.
Bye-bye. And then you close the door behind you, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
hear
that
it
was really
lock.
good sand.
You hear it
Meh.
lock behind you.
We'll deal with that later. That was really good. Good way to get her off our trail. Let's go see Venton.
Cool.
We will see Venton. But we will see Venton after our break, which should be happening in a second. Thanks, folks, for watching. We will be back in 10 to 15 minutes with more of stuff. See ya! Unlost, Unearthed. I am your GM, Sharik. Unfortunately, technical difficulties have occurred, and we have to cut the episode short this week. Boo! Boo! It doesn't mean that you have to come back next week to make up for the hour that you would have been watching today. It's the rules. I don't write them, unfortunately. I simply read them out loud. There's also other things that we will be saying out loud, such as I've been your GM. I'll do my own stuff at the end. But Alex, could you please tell us where people can find you?
Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for including me. I've been Alex. I publish and perform as Lex Wilson. Alexotica on Twitter, lexwilson.bsky.social on Blue Sky, lexwilson.com for everything else. You can currently find me on another horror actual play on Wednesdays. I'm playing Old Gods of Appalachia with Lantern Light Adventures, and my Pantsless Pride adventure playing Oops All Draculas with Pantsless Tables, where we raise money for Trans Lifeline, is now on YouTube. Something to promote, a web series I'm involved in as an actor is looking to raise finishing funds for its third seasons. It's called .org, a woman-led mockumentary series, kind of like Parks and Rec, but about an environmental nonprofit created by someone with years of experience in environmental nonprofits. So you know it'll be funny and accurate. I played Elon Musk wannabe, who I guess Elon Musk is kind of an Elon Musk wannabe, who is an interim executive director. There's a good amount of improv involved, and it's a very collaborative environment where I was able to do a lot with my character, but I am not a writer on this. I'm an actor. .orgshow.com, DOTORGSHOW.com. It also has links to the first and second season. You can find that at lexwilson.com/actor, and there's also a link there to that Oops All Dracula's one shot. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Supriya, or Zoot Machine. If you want to know what I'm up to, you can type in Zoot Machine, ZOUP, the word machine, .card, CARRD.co, and that will tell you most things. But where I am regularly is Wednesdays on Beggar Street. Right now I GM a Demigods game, and on Fridays I'm in Primeval Haunts on the Starfield. And beyond that, we recently played a game of Fortune Favors Fangs on Game Master Mondays podcast, if you want to listen to that, using Sadie Oakleaf's Fortune Favors system. That's what I got.
I've been Abhilasha Percival, he, she, they. I don't have a lot going on right now. A lot of the other things that will happen will probably happen end of this month. Uh, but I also did participate in the Pantsless Pride event, where I played the face of the enemy using the system, the Hidden Isle, which was a tarot-based system. I think it should be going up soon, so please do look out for that. That was a really fun, different kind of system that I played in. I did some writing for Daylight Publications, that is for Ford Star. So please do go check that out on Drive Through RPG. Apart from that, you can find everything else I do on Twitter at Dr. _Vibone or on Blue Sky at Ombre Lesbian Night.
Oh, well, that leaves me then. Hi, everybody. I've been Sharik, she, her, your game master. I do this thing all the time, but none other than this currently. Oopsies. You can find me on Blue Sky as well at Sharik, SHAGHIK, or just look in the chat. My Twitter's in the chat, but my name shall be in the chat. You can find me on Twitter too, but like I don't. I don't. I also have a card, Sharik.card something. I don't remember. Check in the chat, folks. Check in the chat. I think. I'm an editor. I do the actual play stuff. I just this and that and the other. I do a lot of things, but I forget. Thanks for listening or watching. I'm used to audio formats. Also, casting call, folks. We may have just closed our most recent casting call But keep an eye out on our socials for a couple more that will be dropping soon. And in the meantime, you can watch every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join our long running anchor show for the Sapphic homebrew world of Amalgarth with Girls Run These Worlds founder Ryu as the dungeon mistress of Roll for Luck, Sparked. Also, our creator application is always open. If you enjoyed what you saw today, would like to run a game of your own, and are femme identifying in any way, we're always taking pitches for new shows. Please submit your show now at girlsruntheseworlds.com/pitch or click the links posted in chat. Thank you for watching, everybody. I apologize once again for cutting this episode early. However, next week is the finale. It's going to be wild and fun. So join us for that one. Bye, folks.